Well, it may well be the last time that this stadium stages one, but Villa Park has a fund of semi-final memories like no other ground. The players are getting a terrific welcome here. It's the 55th time the penultimate round of the FA Cup has been staged at this West Midlands venue. It's the 25th time Manchester United have been in an FA Cup semi-final, equalling Arsenal's record. And as Gary said, they've played 10 semi-final matches at Villa Park, winning 6 and drawing 4. As for Watford, well, their fans have come with their colourful yellow outfits and banners. They've been here 3 times in semi-finals. They beat Plymouth here in 1984 when they went on to Wembley. They lost to Tottenham in 1987 and to Southampton in 2003. And you'll see as the teams line up that they're going to be wearing black armbands today. That's to mark the 18th anniversary of the Hillsborough disaster, which took place on a semi-final day in 1989. Our thoughts still with those who lost relatives in that tragedy. Now, Manchester United, their supporters actually took all their ticket allocation up. They wanted more, actually. Watford haven't managed to sell quite all of theirs. And just a line here about tomorrow's semi-final at Old Trafford, where people were very worried about lots of empty seats. I'm told by the FA that if you want to go to the semi-final tomorrow, you can go at noon and buy a ticket at Old Trafford if you support Blackburn or Chelsea, or indeed if you're a neutral. Now then, what about the team news for this first one? Well, John O'Shea and Louis Sahar did not travel with Manchester United. O'Shea's injury means a defensive change to accommodate Patrice Evra. Paul Scholes is back after a European suspension. Alan Smith continues up front with Wayne Rooney. Manchester United fan Richard Lee plays in goal against them for the 3rd time this season because Ben Foster is ineligible. The only other change from Monday's 4-2 win over Portsmouth is James Chambers comes into midfield, and Hammer Bouatsa, who scored twice in that match, moves up front in place of Steve Cabba. But the big surprise for Watford fans is on the bench, because Marlon King, who hasn't played since October and we all thought was out for the season, makes a sudden reappearance among the 5 replacements. And there's plenty of experience on the other bench, of course, as well. And nobody better, perhaps, for this sort of occasion than the returning Paul Scholes. He scored twice in semi-finals, and he's also scored in the final in United's treble year of 1999. And is there a better story than Watford captain Gavin Mahon? 10 years ago he dropped into conference football with Hereford, and now he plays in his 2nd FA Cup semi-final in his home city of Birmingham. Right, now then, Mark Lawrenson's with me. Semi-final memories perhaps for you, but what an occasion, and I have to say the fans are making this a real day out.
Well, I think you can see the Watford fans away to our left, John, bedecked in yellow. They've been absolutely fantastic. And in many ways, it's the last throw of the dice for them, isn't it? And Eddie Bothroyd was saying there in the clips, how do you deal with Manchester United? They have 2 different formation stroke systems, not being able to cope with them. I think it's maybe a day, as Portsmouth showed last weekend, of playing in-your-face football against Manchester United. The only problem about that, though, is it's very, very warm, and it would be a big ask from Watford's players' point of view.
Ryan Giggs is the captain on the ground, where he scored one of the best ever semi-final goals. Referee there is Howard Webb, with his 2 assistants, Philip Sharp and Glenn Turner. They were at the World Cup. Howard Webb, well, it's been an FA policy sometimes to appoint a referee for the semi-final one year and the final the next. He is one of our most progressive referees. As for this year's final, and we have to remind ourselves, of course, that 5 weeks this weekend we'll be at Wembley. My information is the favourite for that particular honour is Steve Bennett. We shall see.
I think interesting from Manchester United's point of view that they just replaced O'Shea with Everett right back. I'm sure it's a position he's not played too many occasions. I think Sir Alex Ferguson, pictured there with Carlos Queiroz, probably doesn't want to disturb the new partnership, which is Brown and Ferdinand in central defence.
I suppose he could have moved Hainsser into the centre and played Brown at right back, couldn't he?
Yeah, and Everett left, but obviously that's obviously 3 changes, and probably think, no, we'll just make the one and keep the continuity.
Absolutely. Well, Marlon King, what a story this is. I saw him after the game on Monday at Watford, and he said to me he hoped to get a game possibly right at the end of the season. Eddie Bothroyd said in the tunnel just before they came out, well, it's a gamble, but you never know. Manchester United red shirts, white shorts, Watford all in yellow, the Hornets they're called. Off the back of that breathtaking win against Roma, Manchester United assault on another treble. And will the favourites prosper again today? The Grand National, which Alex Ferguson watched near the dressing rooms, is now over on this great day of sport, and Evra has the ball for Manchester United. I think they're going to start here with, well, we'll see where Ronaldo goes. I don't think Adrian Bothroyd has detailed anybody to mark him man for man, but he has told Chambers to push into a narrow midfield and try and stop United playing through them. That's Giggs early on the right-hand side. Do you think Rooney might drift left a bit from time to time?
Yeah, I think so, John. I think he's probably got a free role, in all honesty, but that's the thing about Manchester United. The front 3, 4, however many it is there, they're very, very interchangeable.
Alan Smith got a touch there now then. Ball played down the centre for Watford. The Hungarian Priskin is after it. Really earned his place in the side after playing so well on Monday. And at the back here, another fairy tale really, Clark Carlisle, who made his first Premiership appearance ever in the Easter Monday game, is now at the heart of the defence in a semi-final. Preferred to Dan Shittu. Forward by Ferdinand.
He was a young YTS player at Blackpool with my nephew, Clark Carlisle.
Now that's something I didn't know.
Well, that's a first.
I know he's had a checkered career. He was at QPR, Leeds, on loan to Luton, I think, earlier this season. Big day for him. That's Heitzer. Rooney. Little tumble by him. Free kick, says Howard Webb. Don't think Jay DeMerit's very thrilled with that decision.
I thought that might have been the other way, John. And then, like, Rooney didn't go for the ball in the end.
Well, it's with Jay DeMerit, the American, who he clashed. Free kick to United then. And the first chance, perhaps, for Ronaldo to get involved here. It's an exceptionally lucky ground for Manchester United. Here's Heitzer. Smith's coming in on the cross. And it'll be a good early touch, that, for Richard Lee. He's played about 13 games this season when Foster hasn't been available. This is Ferdinand, pursued by Priskin. Don't show them too much respect, said the Watford manager. Of course, the chants of Wembley come back now. Haven't heard that for about 7 years. Here's Rooney. Just remember to cancel your hotel room in Cardiff, by the way, Mark. Here's Wes Brown.
I just wonder whether Sir Alex Ferguson knew the way Watford were going to play, with Chambers pushed into a tight midfield, because maybe that's why he's gone for Rooney a little bit straying out to the left, because there's loads of room here. Familiar
face next to Adrian Bothroyd there. That was Keith Birkinshaw, Tottenham manager when they won the Cup in 81 and 82. There's Keith, in just come back from Argentina, believe it or not, where he watched 12 games in 7 days looking for players, and he was driven around there by Ricky Villa, who of course he signed with Ardiles back in 1978. Good story, that. Here's Scholes. Giggs. Jordan Stewart. First 20 minutes were always going to be absolutely critical for Watford. Not going to concede early if they can help it. Ferdinand. DeMerit. Talking of Argentinians, here's Heitzer to Rooney. Carrick. Challenged by Buatsa. Giggs. Oh, it's a good touch. It's Evra. And Chambers getting back, and so too there was Adrian Mariappa who's playing behind him. Tommy Smith on the left, which is not his familiar position, but he's staying wide. This is Mann. Mann to take the throw here. Bothroyd's gone right into the penalty area. This is Smith. Stewart. Alex Ferguson hasn't tampered much here. He's playing his best team, really, that's available. I mean, Kuszak has kept goal most of the FA Cup run. Van der Sar in goal today. Header was by Carlisle. This is Scholes. Just making the point earlier about this could be the last semi at Villa Park, because next season and from then on the FA's plan is to play them all at Wembley. In the fourth round he scored against Middlesbrough in the quarter-final. He opens the scoring in the FA Cup semi-final at Villa Park. Watford 0, Manchester United 1.
And there's no doubt that the pass wasn't intended for him, but he just reacted quicker than anybody else on the pitch.
Well, extraordinary career he's had already, Wayne Rooney, and it threatens to go on, of course. Would love to get an FA Cup winners' medal, as he told Football Focus viewers today. Just came inside there and picked his spot, really, didn't he?
Oh, it's a hammer blow, isn't it?
This is Alan Smith tussling there with Carlisle. It's going to be a free kick again to Manchester United, who've assumed control from the start here today. It's Giggs to Scholes. He might fancy a crack himself, but he's found Giggs. And there's Rooney again, this time with a header. 17 times. Oh, it's a corner. 17 times in League and FA Cup Manchester United have played here since they lost on the opening day of the season in 1995, and they've won 14 and drawn 3, either in the FA Cup semi-finals or against Aston Villa. It's a prodigious record, and here they are, a goal ahead, a corner to be taken by Giggs. Ainsley has come forward, so too is Rio Ferdinand. Well, Ronaldo was in there too, and with all his qualities, Mark, we mustn't forget, he's also very good in the air.
Well, and he's taller than you think, John. I think he's in the region of 6'2", and he's got a prodigious leap. It's an unusual one for Eddie Bothroyd to be sat in the stand actually at the moment.
Yes, he's been delegating a bit of responsibility to Malky Mackay in the coaching area just recently. I think the message there would be don't panic, wouldn't it?
Well, I think the other message would be for the next 10 or 15 minutes, don't concede another goal.
Sure. Now that's Bothroyd making the run now for Watford. He's got Damien Francis, Chambers in the middle, both of them are there. Header by Ainsley. And then Rooney, oh, what a good ball that was. He picked out Ronaldo. But it's Mann for Watford. Priskin makes a run across to this side of the area. Outside him is Chambers here. Bothroyd's coming in, couldn't quite get there. Foul. Mariappa on Rooney.
There's no need to foul him, really. He was under pressure, Rooney. All he could do was help it on. Better from Watford, though. A little bit of build-up play.
This is Everett. Gets it back from Ronaldo. He has Scholes and Giggs ahead of him. Rooney on the left. Here's Giggs. Everett goes again. Nervous sort of kick there from Richard Lee. He's been recently starring in Dragon's Den. It's probably the Lion's Den he's in today, I would think. Here's Scholes. It's a foul on Tommy Smith, isn't it? Well, Howard Webb says no. Ronaldo. Smith. Rooney's coming in across the box now.
It's a good early ball as well. I thought he got the ball cleanly there, Alan Smith. It's something extra that he gives you as a striker. He will tackle anybody back. It was a good tackle, that.
Yeah, it was Smith on Smith, wasn't it? Alan Smith on Tommy Smith. Priskin trying to hold them off, and he'll be penalised there for a foul on Ferdinand. Priskin's got a good international record. He scored in each of Hungary's last 5 games. Rooney's coming in from this side against Mariappa. And here's Smith! What a strike that was.
Oh, that bounced up so nicely for him as well. Great leap by Rooney. Just flicked it on, flicked it inside, and Smith coming from sort of right wing position, just picked it up.
Of course, it was in an FA Cup tie, Mark, where Alan Smith had that dreadful leg break, wasn't it, at Anfield last season? Yeah.
The other thing, John, I think we're just the start now after approaching the 12th minute. I think Watford's real problem, the back four, is they're not quite sure who to pick up. Smith, we saw him there coming in from the right. We've had Rooney from the left, Giggs through the middle.
Yes, I think, oh dear, Rooney nearly shut down Lee there. I think Rooney hanging out on the left has confused them a little bit.
Well, it has, and at times, we just said with Smith on the right, so the two centre-backs, Demerit and Carlisle, haven't had anybody to pick up, and they've had runners to contend with from midfield.
And then you don't know whether it's Giggs coming at you or Ronaldo.
It's been like Custer's last stand.
Here's Ainsley. Now Rooney's running on again here, trying to get behind them. This is Ronaldo. Oh, look at the way Scholes shook off. Well, the first foul is Scholes on Marn, and then Scholes was brought down as well.
Ironic cheers as well from all the Watford supporters in front of us here.
Blacks are up here. Here's Ainsley. Alan Smith. That's Clark Carlisle. Oh, Ferdinand and Brown are looking for an offside here. They've got it. Paul Scholes.
Giggs is just having a word with the referee. He was blocked off there. He made a great little run. He was going to get the other side of Clark Carlisle, and he just barred his way, but the referee never saw it.
Carrick didn't quite get to that. It's forward by Ferdinand. Here's Ronaldo. Oh, the Watford bench are up appealing there. They haven't got anything. It's Ronaldo again. And still. And he tucks it into Smith. There's a bit of protest going on over there. The fourth official's being spoken to by 2 or 3 of the Watford substitutes. Fourth official is Martin Atkinson. Evra's got the ball for the throw. Ronaldo. That's a foul on Paul Scholes. And United sweep the play out to Ainsley. Rooney. Carrick sliding in on Francis. Priskin. Oh dear me, he's headed that straight to Scholes. Ronaldo. 4 ahead of him for Manchester United. Slides it in towards Ryan Giggs. Good recovery by Demerit.
You can't, if you're Watford, especially their back four, you can't have Ronaldo running at you, committing defenders.
This is Giggs. Evra. Carrick. Evra's got Rooney calling on this side of the penalty area. Ainsa following up, finds Rooney. Goes again, the left back. Smith comes to the near post. Ronaldo's just behind him. It's come out to Carrick. Header in, might find Giggs, not this time. Tries again to find Ronaldo. Tries to get past Carlisle.
I think good defending on 2 occasions by Jordan Stewart, John.
Yeah, the left back there, in on the cover. And now, Buatsa trying to make a run against Wes Brown. Now Howard got to give a free kick there. And Buatsa reacting.
Well, the interesting thing now, from Watford's point of view, they've got a chance to deliver this in the penalty area. See if they can cause any confusion.
The Algerian Buatsa didn't like the challenge at all by Wes Brown, and the free kick is enough, I think. Tommy Smith to take it. Clark Carlisle is forward. Jay Demerit is there. And Chambers also. Demerit with the flick on. A well-rehearsed Watford move, that.
I think the last touch came off Rio Ferdinand, who didn't really know too much about it.
It's a corner to Watford. Watch this. Demerit gets the first touch, Mark.
Yeah, Rio.
Correct. So a corner now to Watford, and Demerit continues to have a presence in there. Priskin coming in from the penalty spot. Up goes Van der Sar. It's come out to Jordan Stewart. He took a touch, and really Alan Smith was able to block then. Stewart gets it back from Smith. They're still in there, Watford. Carlisle is up. That was back in by Marn, out by Scholes. It's Marn again. Where's this going to finish up? Buatsa with the shot hits Carrick. Actually, Gavin Marn hit a beauty on Monday against Bothroyd. I'm surprised he didn't have a go there.
Might have thought that was his one for the season.
He's going to take a throw now anyway. Turn by Priskin against Smith. Manchester United have pulled just about everybody back there. 18, 19 minutes gone. If you missed the explosive start, it was Wayne Rooney in 7 minutes who gave Manchester United that lead.
And I think you'd have to say it was Manchester United's first real attack, wasn't it?
Yeah, Rooney hit it with the venom of a man saying, let's get this over quite quickly. Watford throw. And again, they're edging their way down this right-hand side. It'll give Carlisle the chance to go up now, because Mariappa possesses a long throw here, the right back. Carlisle standing right on the goal line. He's coming a bit now. It's Rooney. Doesn't really get it away. And it was by Chambers. This is Demerit. Stewart. Priskin. Francis. Free kick to Manchester United.
Yeah, foul on Carrick. If I were to say to you, where's Giggs playing, I would hope you say you're not sure. Because Watford have no idea where he's playing.
I was going to say,
he's all over the place. They just can't pick him up, you know.
Here's Rooney on the left again. Kept it in. Giggs has now moved into the centre with Smith and Ronaldo. Rooney teasing Mariappa. Carrick lets it go to Scholes. Hits a Watford foot. Scholes again. Evra's outside him. And now Giggs has switched to the right wing. That's his cross. Chambers for Watford. This is Francis. Buatsa. He's got Priskin inside him. Francis has also gone into the box now. It's Buatsa's swerve. Good with his left foot. Got the winner at Plymouth in the 6th round. And 2 on Monday. He's the top scorer with 7, Hamur Buatsa.
Just a little better, wasn't it? And I don't know if you noticed that Chambers ran into the space that Rooney had vacated when he went forward for Manchester United, which is a possible option for Watford.
This is Mariappa. Gets it back from Chambers, who took a real clout from Ainsley.
Yeah, good refereeing by Howard Webb. He let play go on, see if they could develop it, Watford. A little mention to Heinze.
Carlisle's making his way forward on the far side here for Watford.
Strange actually, because Smith, one of Manchester United's better headers of the ball, has stayed up front.
Indeed. And out comes Van der Sar to meet Carlisle. Gets knocked over, no free kick given. Clearance by Everett. Goalkeeper has taken a whack on the side of the face. Smith gets a header there. Oh, and Van der Sar comes again, and this time he collides with Ferdinand. Here's Mann to Stewart. There's been a suggestion, Mark, that Van der Sar's goalkeeping just recently hasn't been as commanding as usual.
No, it's been a bit jittery, and a bit like last week, no great communication with Rio Ferdinand. He's gone down from the knock from, was it Priskin, the first challenge, wasn't it? And a blow to the nose.
Yeah, well,
that's a second. That's a second challenge, not the first one.
Yeah, true. They've got Kuszak on the bench, Manchester United.
Rio Ferdinand's just had a little word with Howard Webb.
Watford players are going across to take instructions while you're watching the replay. Yeah, it was with Clark Carlisle, wasn't it?
It's his foot. Yeah,
his foot. Yes, it was. And then the second collision with his own defender, Ferdinand.
Might forgive him that one. He might have been a little bit senseless from the first challenge.
Well, it's taking a bit of time, this.
Ouch.
A bit of history of goalkeepers being injured in semi-finals. I remember many years ago, Bob Wilson with Arsenal having to go off, or rather carry on when he wasn't really fit to do so, I should say. It was the days before substitutes were used so frequently. But I think Kuszak is having to prepare himself just in case. There was no substitute goalkeeper back in those days. I think John Radford went in goal, as I recall, talking just from memory there. Anyway, they're just checking on Van der Sar to see whether he can carry on.
What year was that?
Well, that was sometime in the 70s. I'm not going to give my age away as easily as that. Against Stoke City.
I think if you're Watford now, you just load the penalty area, don't you?
Yeah, well, they put 2 men right in front of him. Here comes Carlisle again. That was won by Ferdinand. This is Tommy Smith lobbing it back in. Oh, and a shot on the turn, and a goal! And it's Buatsa. What a goal by Hamur Bouatsa. Out of nothing, he has equalised for Watford, and their section of the ground has gone crazy. Van der Sar was rattled by the injury, and he was beaten by the next effort, and Bouatsa proves again that he's a good finisher.
Well, Manchester United deal with the first one, John. I think Ferdinand gets his head to it, but Smith's clever. He just helps it back in there, and Bouatsa reacted brilliantly in front of Heinze.
I tell you what, this is one of the better semi-final goals, isn't it, this finish, Mark?
Well, look at him, because he's got a swivel, he's got to get some power on it, and I think he gets a touch from Heinze, which just takes it over the goalkeeper's reach.
Well, after the game on Monday, when Bouatsa scored twice, one was a penalty then, he was playing midfield, Adi Bothroyd tossed and turned a bit and decided to play him up front and left Cabra out. That decision has paid off, but here's Ronaldo for Manchester United. Oh, and Smith's there. Could have been 2-1.
Great tackle by Clark Carlisle. Great tackle. Just got something on this.
So there you are. It wasn't just going to be a formality. Watford come back and equalise. 26 minutes gone in the semi-final. And what a finish by Hamur Bouatsa.
John, you can't blame the goalkeeper. He couldn't have got to it.
No, I'm just thinking Mark Hughes would have been proud of that, wouldn't he, in his playing days, one of those swivel kicks.
Yeah, I don't think there's any doubt that the touch from Heinze just took it up and over the goalkeeper.
1-1 here in the semi-final. Watford back in it. Mariappa. Rooney. Well, that delay while Van der Sar was being treated worked in Watford's favour. Here's Smith. Rooney's gone again now. This is dangerous. It's Wayne Rooney. Is he going to go himself? Tried to. Ronaldo! It's 2-1. Well, a little bit of luck maybe in that Rooney tried to score, but Alex Ferguson is off the bench and Manchester United have regained the lead within 2 minutes.
John, the bit of the doubt from the goalkeeper, really, just that touch.
And can I ask you as well, just how much ground Ronaldo made up there, you know?
Oh, plenty.
I mean, he started off from a very deep position when Rooney was cutting in like this, but he made real strides across the box. He toe-ends that in ahead of the defender.
But you saw a classic case with the forward, Rooney, of just getting his head up and having a little look round and picking out the pass.
Well, the manager had to pay up some time ago on the bet with Ronaldo. That's his 21st of the season, on the day after he signed the new contract. And we've got a good semi-final here, 28 minutes and 3 goals already. Now the old story, I suppose, Mark, you're at your most vulnerable and you've just scored.
Well, that probably epitomises Watford's season. Not really been turned over, you know, too badly by many teams, but get themselves in the game, and then less than a minute later, they're down again.
This is Chambers. Bouatsa. This is Mann. Now he does strike this one. Oh, and Van der Sar has done the same again. Turned it out, but it could have gone to a Watford player.
Well, it could, but I think they get a deflection as well off the shot here.
Now then, it's just watching it again.
I think this gets deflected, John.
Yeah, well, it's going to be a throw-in to be taken by Mariappa. Carlisle has come forward again. Priskin's in there too. Oof. Off the toes of Damien Francis, and now Ronaldo, and every time Watford push up, there's a danger they'll get caught on the break. This is Rooney, and it's Ronaldo, he's through again. Demeric comes across, had to win the tackle and did.
Well, it's a brilliant piece of interception by Demeric, but it's last-ditch defending, I'm afraid.
Wow.
Again, John, you know, Watford's set piece, the next thing is you end up running 70 yards back towards their own goal.
Well, this is a good challenge. 15 minutes left in the first half. If that had gone to 3-1, well, it might have been all over. But we'll talk a minute about Van der Sar and this business of punching the ball out, Mark. It's happened 3 or 4 times now.
It has, but on that occasion, I think the deflection warranted it.
Fair enough. And he is, of course, still recovering from a bit of a blow to the face. Here's Scholes. Heinze. So Rooney, I suppose you want to say now, having scored the first, has made the second.
Well, I think from Watford's point of view, they've been here before already. They've been a goal down, so I think he's not to panic.
It's forward by Carrick, and it's Giggs floating into space again, not pursued by any defenders, and the goalkeeper has headed it out, and Rooney, I think, for a moment there, fancied a shot.
Again, it's a Giggs run where nobody can pick him up.
It's a corner to Manchester United. Wes Brown is coming up for this. And Rio Ferdinand as well. Giggs to take it. There goes Ronaldo, it's out by Lee. Scholes. Forward by Ense. Carrick. Scholes again. Carrick to Giggs. Ronaldo's just made a little run inside. This is Ense. Smith coming across the box. Rooney's there, far side. Now, A.D. Bothroyd has come down to the front, taking a closer view. Smith has gone down. Boat's has made the run. Priskin waiting in the centre. Damian Francis joining him now. This is Chambers. Priskin trying to get across his defender. Rooney. Giggs again making a run. So is Smith here. He's drawn Demerit out the centre. Out Rooney there. Well, as Roma found, there's no denying the quality of Manchester United's movement, is there?
Well, it's breathtaking at times, isn't it? You know, Smith, Rooney, Ronaldo, Giggs. And Giggs today, nobody from the first minute, we're now approaching the 35th, has ever come near to picking him up.
It's a challenge by Smith. Here's Boatsa. Comes off Ense. Priskin trying to get in the other side of Ferdinand. Ferdinand has to concede the corner.
Deliver this right underneath the crossbar, I would think.
Well, Demerit's already on his way forward. I've no doubt he'll be joined by Carlisle any second. Boatsa will take it with his left foot. Carlisle's getting there now. There's always that prospect that Damian Francis would just sneak in there when the other two took the defenders away.
Should actually have done better with that, because it's a free header. He just came off his marker and had the time to direct it goalwards.
10 minutes left in the first half at Villa Park in this FA Cup semi-final. Manchester United twice in front. Free kick against Smith. Richard Lee here trying to pick out Priskin, who hasn't been in the game as much as Boatsa, actually, the other striker. Header by Demerit. Francis forward again by Chambers, and in by Chambers, on by Francis. Friskin.
Well, Watford very much have a style all of their own making, but you have to deal with it. It's the way it is with football. It might not be easy or pleasing on the eye, but can be very effective at times.
Well, when you come into the Premier League with players who aren't as, let's be honest about it, not as talented as the teams you have to play against most weeks, you have to have a way of playing. You can't criticise Bothroyd for that.
No, do as you see fit.
Absolutely. Free kick to Manchester United.
Sir Alex Ferguson there on the touchline having a word with Rio Ferdinand, John.
Yeah. This is Scholes.
I wonder if he's got a problem, Ferdinand. Because the manager was straight into a conference there with one or two of the senior coaching staff.
I think Ferdinand's taken a knock mark. I'm sure that's what that was about. This is Rooney. They're not well off for defenders at the moment, Manchester United. No Vidic, no Gary Neville, no Sylvester, no O'Shea. Here's Scholes. Ronaldo, he's got Ain't in space here. Alan Smith making his way into the box. He's got a young defender on the bench who we haven't seen before at this level, Craig Cathcart. Belfast boy. That's a free kick against Chambers.
Yeah, there's definitely going to have to make a change. If we cut to the bench, you see Sir Alex there who's trying to work it out. There we go. What do we do now, Carlos?
Or do we leave it till half-time?
Well, if they think they can get away with it, just 7 minutes plus, isn't there? So
it's at the top of his left leg, I think, the way he's been moving, or not moving so well, in fact.
The way he's limping.
Yeah, Giggs. And he's got Ronaldo in. Oh, no, won't find him, I don't think, no.
Oh, I just thought if Ronaldo had kept on going, he might have got on the end of that. He seemed to stop very early.
This is Scholes. Oh. It's Rooney who gave it away. Well, Watford won't be too displeased if it stays like this till half-time. They're still in the game, but it won't stay like this for Manchester United. They're going to make a substitution.
Fletcher will come on, John, I think.
Clearly in trouble here, Ferdinand.
Well, the other thing as well is he's just won a header and he's probably thought, you know, I've got to go for this, I can't possibly not, and he's aggravated his injury.
He doesn't look very happy, does he?
No.
Now then, Darren Fletcher is stripped and ready.
What would you do? Would you go Heinzer into centre-back with Brown, Everett over to left-back, Fletcher right-back maybe?
That's certainly one option he's got. He hasn't got many options. That's probably about the only one I can think of.
Called the Hobson's option, maybe.
Yeah. He looks really fed up, doesn't he, Rio Ferdinand?
That's what they've done.
Yeah,
Fletcher to right back, Brown and Heinzer centre backs, and Everett left back.
Good spot. Yeah, that's what we thought they might have done prior, wasn't it, to put Heinzer in that position? He's there now anyway, so that's the reshuffle. Darren Fletcher asked to play at right back. Here's the Watford right back, Mariappa. Friskin in on Brown. Goal kick. I think the most dramatic semi-final I ever saw here was the game which was referred to briefly in the studio Crystal Palace Liverpool in 1990 when Liverpool led 1-0 at half-time and looked very comfortable, and in the end Crystal Palace won 4-3 in extra time. So the underdog has come through here before. This is Buatsa. Oh, the flag's up here. Ain't says tackle is deemed a foul.
New centre-back pairing, goalkeeper with a knock.
Yeah.
Stick it right in there.
Yeah.
Don't foul anyone.
No, quite. Demerit on his way, as indeed is Clark Carlisle.
Bothroyd will take this left-footed, whip it in.
Yeah, Damien Francis in there as well. Three minutes left in the first half as Watford take this free kick. Oh, it was Francis coming to the near post.
Just wondered, John, he's probably got a little bit too much on it. If he could just skimmed off his head goalwards, it might have been a problem, this. Makes too much contact, doesn't he?
Yeah, there were two others closing in, weren't there, for the second ball. A groin injury has ruled Rio Ferdinand out of the rest of this semi-final. Here's Ronaldo. Carrick.
I wonder how long that will be, because they've got Milan coming up soon, haven't they?
They've got Sheffield United coming up on Tuesday in a league game, and they're running out of defenders now, Manchester United, one after the other. This is Giggs. Carrick. Giggs again. Rooney's on that side as well. He's been found now. Fletcher making an overlapping run, four waiting in the centre. Giggs let that run. This is Smith. Rooney, Giggs, Rooney again! What a good save by Richard Lee to prevent Manchester United going 3-1 ahead.
Well, this is brilliant forward play by Manchester United. Absolutely brilliant. The interchange of passing, Smith, Rooney, Giggs, is outstanding. Very simple as well, isn't it? Great ball from Giggs. Nutmegs
that's a good save, you know, isn't it? That's a really good save by the lad who grew up supporting Manchester United. Giggs is going to take the corner on the far side. Here comes Fletcher. Corner again, says Howard Webb. That seems to have puzzled one or two Watford players. The last minute of the first half in this semi-final. Giggs to take a corner for Manchester United. That's Fletcher. Just drops away. Goal kick.
How lucky here are Watford. Nobody on the far post, on the back post here. Absolutely nobody. This is on target. It's the softest of goals. Ooh, they've got away with that. Free header as well again.
Not all the coaches agree about whether to put a man on the post at corners, do they?
I think they do when they concede one.
Yeah. That was a little bit of build-up, didn't really come off for Watford.
Great touch by Bothroyd.
3 minutes will be added on at the end of the first half here, mainly for the Ferdinand injury, of course. This is Scholes. Rooney, oh, it's a good little ball. Carrick. Good challenge, Carlisle.
That's a number of occasions now, Carlisle and Demerit. Last-ditch clearance has been very good.
How would you sum up this first half, Mark?
Well, I mean, complete contrast of styles, as we knew anyway, and some of Manchester United's attacking play has been outstanding, but there's still a threat here from Watford, certainly as long as there's only one goal between the two teams.
Scholes. Now, is the flag going up against Rooney? No, it's not. He's onside. And he's looking menacing here is Wayne Rooney. So it remains 2-1 in stoppage time at the end of the first half. Great save by Richard Lee, keeping that score where it is. Watford, smiling Howard Webb. At the end of the first half, Watford have a free kick here, so Carlisle and Demerit will go up into the penalty box again. Priskin's had not really a sniff so far. He's also there. Up goes Carlisle. Where's it going to drop? Carlisle again. Demerit nearly got in, and once more Carlisle.
Well, that would have been some goal, wouldn't it? I mean, again, you know, Watford, the challenge in the area is always there. Carlisle causes all sorts of problems, and this would have been spectacular.
This is Ronaldo. Little touch back to Carrick. Fletcher. That's half-time here. Well, it was eventful in its way, that first half, wasn't it? Wayne Rooney putting Manchester United in front explosively after 7 minutes. Hammer Bouatsa with a tremendous finish, making it 1-1. And then after the goalkeeper was shaken up and Ferdinand had to go off, that happened later on, and in the meantime, Ronaldo just touched in Manchester United's second. So at half-time, AD Bothroyd's team are still in the fight. It's Watford 1, Manchester United 2. Well, Manchester